Good evening. Here we go. About to go over my March budget. This is an electronic one. People say I should do electronic, which I do. I just tend not to stick to any of the budgets I do, either on paper or electronic, but I do like the decorative planning. So that's why I usually show that one. Here's an Excel spreadsheet. Got this from one mom, two boys, two girls, some YouTuber. If I can find her link, I'll try to put it below. But I don't even know how to do that because I don't edit my videos and such. I just go with what I go with. These are like one-stop shop, y'all. Here we go. My income, 1986.49. My husband's income is gonna be $3,000. That's due to the fifth paycheck week here in the month of March. He gets paid weekly. My kids' income is gonna be $458.10. I have income taxes. My half was $1,272, and then I will have a couple CDs maturing for another $1,500, and then I carried over $600 from the last week of my husband's income that I used for our main expenses. And that's on the budgeted side, and then there's the actual column. So on actual, since the month has started, this is the money, the $600 carry over the taxes, a couple weeks of child support. The first, I think, was a payday for my husband, yeah, and then my income comes on the first. So then mortgage, that came out yesterday, the 5th, 1046.54. My electric bill this month is $355.64. That also includes our internet. It's a little bit higher than the $300 I tend to budget. $84.75 was water. I usually budget $60. So that's over. Geico $165.21. That's usually $173. So it's under. It was the end of my 6 month insurance premiums, and they're going up next 6 months. So that's gonna suck. It's gonna go up to about $200 a month. Home security $41.05. Netflix and Hulu. I have $29.49 here. That's two Hulu payments just because of how the month falls and how they come out. So actually, it's two Hulu payments for $8.73 and then one Netflix payment. So far, one of those came out with that carryover $600, and then Netflix came out, and then just waiting on the other Hulu to come out. Same thing for Verizon. One payment came out. Basic Talk, that's the home phone, that has come out, and then waiting on the other Verizon payment to come out to finish out the month. Mutual Omaha and Foresters, those are life insurance policies. And then Waste Industry and Northwest Exterminator, that's trash, and then the exterminator comes quarterly, so that's $81 for this quarter for the exterminator, and trash is also due quarterly, but I paid that last month, so that's good. This is my regular payments, which actually is my debt payments that I have here in this column. So I got a Kirby that I'm paying on. Plan on paying $532.25 this month. So far I paid $214.16. Ashley Furniture bill. Plan on paying $250. I just paid $125 so far. Olo, that's my MasterCard. Plan on paying $318.61. So far I paid $196.53. In rewards, this is my credit card. The plan is to pay $168.45, which I have. Children's Place and Gordman's have a credit card for each of those stores. So it's actually Children's Place that I have a balance on, so I just paid that off, $154.30, so no longer have a balance on there. My car is a 200C. I plan on putting $100 toward it because I'm so far paid ahead and I'm trying to get some of the smaller debts knocked out. So I just put $77.02 on my car. I paid $595.80 on my Journey. Haven't paid that yet. And student loans, I pay $82.18 towards that. For groceries, the budget this month is $528.73. So far, I've already spent $468.89. We shall see how that goes. Restaurant meals, I budget $250. That's gonna include I said income, sorry. That's going to include meals for when we travel for spring break at the end of the month. So far spent $37.03, and we shall see if I will have to increase this or change this. And I definitely need to cut down on our groceries. We have a family of 5, currently 6 because my mother's here right now, but she's in the process of moving out. So that will be changing. My kids' school lunch, I'm budgeting $160 for the month. So far I've paid $87.99. I have nothing for personal care because I actually put that under miscellaneous. And I haven't gotten my nails done or anything. Clothing, I've budgeted for $18.06, which that will be spent toward the end of the month when we go to Mall of America. But so far I spent $56.89 because my son put a hole in his pants during gym class.
Hey, don't put me in blast like that.
Boy, shut up. I'm making a video. Don't do me. Excuse me, y'all. Doctors and dentists. My kids went to the doctor. They were sick last month. And so co-pays and all that for their tests and stuff ended up being $171.94. And that actually came off the HSA card. So I'm not sure how to track it. But I put it on here because I didn't want to forget it. But it really didn't come out my budget. So that gives me kind of $171 to still kind of play with a little bit. So I don't know. I have to figure that one out. Household's supposed to be $50, and like I said, $111.18. I'm over budget there already, and part of that's because I didn't put anything in personal care. Recreation, $250. That's for travel. Like I said, when we go to spring break, and so far I spent $219. That was on a Redbox movie, so it has nothing to do with recreation or travel, but didn't know which other category to put it in. Hotel, I budget $205.53. And we'll be gone for about 7 days or so. And that's different cities and different hotels and all of that. And plus staying with a friend for a part of that. So that's why that's so low for 7 days. Gas, I'm budgeting $250. I'm doing a video, excuse you. $250 for gas. And that's due to travel again. Currently, I don't work, so I don't need much gas like in my car, but I did fill up. So that's $28.28 for the fill up, and I'm just going to ride that as long as possible. For church and charity, I've budgeted $50 here. This varies. It depends on who calls me, and a lot of times I just do over the phone solicitation calls and donate to so-and-so, which I know sometimes they're scams, but it's not for me to judge. And then I'll just give if I'm asked to give in a store or whatever. If someone calls and they have a need, then I just give and donate then. So that's what that is. $1,400 go to savings. So far I saved $276. And then my goddaughter will be graduating in May, so I'm saving up for travel for her graduation as well as her graduation gift. However, there was an issue with her car, and her mom called me about it, so I had to send money for that. And so the budget is, the budget is $658.10. That will give me approximately $1,000 by the time May comes, but because I had to send the $200 this month, that's why that amount is so high. It's really supposed to be about $400 because I have 12 weeks before graduation. So long story short, it's more there because an expense came up, which was her car. Retirement, I put $100 towards retirement every month. Even though I don't have a job, I still have to put towards my retirement because I will still retire. So income-wise, right now, I'm looking at approximately $8,000, and expenses-wise, so far, I'm at $4,310.59, and that leaves a balance of $331.33 remaining. And so some of these things will change just depending, but I'm trying to get better at tracking weekly. So weekly it has the categories and then you just plug in which day you spent what money and it calculates them. So that's why I really like this budget sheet. And because a lot of times I use the last week of the previous month for the upcoming month's budget, then I have a little bit of carryover. And so then this allows me the 5 weeks under here, sorry. But if you scroll over, it'll show the 5th week where you can, here we go, there's week 5. So then that way it can show the 5th week, which also usually goes into the first week of the next month. And that's why I have the $600 carryover, because when it was deposited, those last week of February bills and expenses just went into March's expenses. So I have been tracking it for the first 2 weeks, and I have been very accountable, and I have been tracking things a lot better. So that's all I'm doing is sitting here and trying to get better and be more accountable for the things I'm purchasing and where all my money's going. And this was a big week. As you can see, my mortgage came out. So the mortgage payment is actually an extra $100 that I pay every month on my mortgage so that I could pay it off sooner. And that's kind of what we're working on here. But this is what March's budget is looking like. And this is where all of that money has been allocated to because I have a zero-based budget. So thank you for watching my electronic version of my budget. And hope you like and enjoy. See you next time. Continue budgeting. We're going to make it. We'll be debt free. Bye, y'all. Look, that's my hand. Bye.